Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dandat Pranam. So, from today onwards, we are going to start the Krishna book. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, the first chapter is the Advent of Lord Krishna. Once, the world was overburdened by the unnecessary defense force of different kings who were actually demons but were posing themselves as the royal order. At the end, at that time, the whole world became perturbed, and the predominating deity of this earth, known as Bhumi, went to see Lord Brahma to tell of her calamities due to the demonic kings. Bhumi assumed the shape of a cow and presented herself before the Lord Brahma with tears in her eyes. She was bereaved and was weeping just to invoke the Lord's compassion. She related the calamitous position of the earth, and after hearing this, Lord Brahma became much aggrieved, and he at once started for the ocean of milk, where Lord Vishnu resides. Lord Brahma was accompanied by all the demigods headed by Lord Shiva, and Bhumi also followed. Arriving on the shore of the milk ocean, Lord Brahma began to pacify Lord Vishnu, who had formerly saved the earthly planet, like assuming the transcendental form of a boar. In the Vedic mantras, there is a particular type of prayer called Purusha Sukta. Generally, the demigods offer their obeisances onto Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by chanting the Purusha Sukta. It is understood herein that the predominating deity of every planet can see the Supreme Lord of this universe, Brahma. Whenever there is some disturbance on his planet, and Brahma can approach the Supreme Lord Vishnu, not by seeing him directly but by standing on the shore of the ocean of milk. There is a planet within this universe called Shvetadvip, and on that planet there is an ocean of milk. It is understood from the various Vedic literatures that just as there is the ocean of salt water on this planet, there is various kinds of oceans on other planets. Somewhere there is an ocean of milk, somewhere there is ocean of oil, somewhere there are ocean of liquor and of many other types of liquids. The Purushukta is the standard prayer which the demigods recite to appease the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. Because he is lying on the ocean of milk, he is called Shirodakshaya Vishnu. He is the form of Supreme Personality of Godhead, through whom all the incarnation within this universe appear. All the demigods offered the Purusha Sukta prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They apparently heard no response. The Lord Brahma personally sat in meditation, and there was a message transmission from Lord Vishnu to Brahma. Brahma then broadcast the message to the demigods. That is the system of receiving Vedic knowledge. The Vedic knowledge is received first by Brahma from the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of the heart, as stated in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. Tine Brahma Hrida Ya Adi Bhavaye. The transcendental knowledge of the Vedas was transmitted to Brahma through the heart. Here also in the same way, only Brahma could understand the message transmitted by Lord Vishnu, and he broadcast it to the demigods for their immediate action. The message was this: the Supreme Personality of Godhead would appear on the earth very soon along with his supreme powerful potencies, and as long as he remained on the earth planet to execute his mission of annihilating the demons and establishing the devotees, the demigods should also remain there to assist him. They should all immediately take birth in the family of the Yadu dynasty, wherein the Lord would also appear in due course of time. The Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, Krishna, would personally appear as the son of Vasudeva. Before his appearance, all the demigods, along with their wives, should appear in different pious families in the world just to assist the Lord in executing his mission. The exact word used here is Tata Priyartham, which means the demigods should appear on the earth in order to please the Lord. It's very nice. इसमें बोला गया है कि भगवान ब्रह्मा जी जो है वो बताते हैं कि अब भगवान जो है धरती पर जल्दी बर्थ लेने वाले हैं, तो जितने भी डेमी गॉड्स हैं सब अपने पत्नियों के साथ धरती पर जन्म ले भगवान श्री कृष्ण के प्राकट्य से पहले। और जो भी फैमिलीज़ है हु आर डूइंग पाइस एक्टिविटीज़, हु आर डूइंग वर्शिपिंग लॉर्ड, ऐसे घर में जाकर बर्थ ले। वेरी नाइस। नेक्स्ट, in other words, any living entity who lives only to satisfy the Lord is a demigod. The demigods were further informed that Ananta, the planetary portion of Lord Krishna, who is maintaining the universal planets by extending his millions of hoods, would also appear on earth before Lord Krishna's appearance. They were also informed that the external potency of Vishnu, Maya, with whom all the conditioned souls are enmeshed, would also appear by the order of the Supreme Lord, just to execute his personal. After instructing and pacifying all the demigods as well as Bhumi with sweet words, Lord Brahma, the father of all Prajapatis or progenitors of the universal population, departed for his own abode, the highest material planet called Brahmaloka. The leader of the Yadu dynasty, King Surasana, was ruling over the country known as Mathura, wherein lies the city of Mathura as well as the district known as Surasana, which was named after him. On account of the rule of King Surasan, Mathura became the capital city of all the kings of Yadus. Mathura was also made the capital of the kings of Yadu dynasty because the Yadus were a very pious family, knew that Mathura is the place where Lord Krishna lives eternally, just as he also lives in Dwarka. Once upon a time, Vasudeva, the son of Surasena, just after marrying Devaki, was going home on his chariot with his newly wedded wife. The father of Devaki, known as Devaka, had contributed a sufficient dowry because he was very affectionate towards his daughter. He had contributed hundreds of chariots completely decorated with gold equipment. At that time, Kamasa, the son of Agrisena, in order to please his sister Devaki, had voluntarily taken the reins of the horses of Vasudeva's chariots and was driving. According to the custom of the Vedic civilization, when a girl is married, the brother takes the sister and brother-in-law to their home, because the newly married girl may feel too much separation from her family. The brother goes with her until she reaches her father-in-law's house. The full dowry contributed by Devka was as follows: 400 elephants fully decorated with golden garlands, 15,000 decorated horses, and 1,800 chariots. He was arranged for 200 beautiful girls to follow his daughter. The Kshatriya system of marriage, still current in India, dictates that when a Kshatriya is married, a few dozen of the bride's young girlfriends, in addition to the bride, go to the house of the king. The followers of the queen are called maid servants, but actually they act as friends of the queen. This practice is prevalent from the time immemorial, traceable at least to the time before the advent of Lord Krishna 5,000 years ago. So Vasudeva brought home another 200 beautiful girls along with his wife Dev. So इतना सुंदर स्टोरी है, ऐसा लग रहा है पढ़ रहे हैं तो पढ़ते ही रहते रहो. So we'll end up here and next 10 minutes का क्लिप जो है it will be coming soon.